My dear students, this is your Professor Dr. Syed. You are welcome to the online digital learning program. Today I am going to teach you about casting processes. The categories of casting processes. Casting processes divide into two broad categories according to the type of mold used. The types of molds are expandable mold casting and permanent mold casting. Expandable mold casting. Expandable mold casting means the mold in which the molten metal is solidifies. It should be broken or destroyed to remove the casting. That is, after solidification of molten metal, the mold is broken to remove the desired castings. So expandable mold material, what material it will be there that you are going to destroy it? The mold is made out of sand, plaster and similar materials. This is the diagram of expandable mold casting. The left side what you are seeing is, this is the mold and casting has been poured inside it. Finally, after casting, the mold is destroyed, and right side what you are seeing, it is a part of casting. The left side of this part is a sprue and a runner is there. This will be cut off from the solid casting. Now you are going to see the schematic illustration of sand casting showing various features. You can see here the right side flask, then inside sand, then you are seeing a parting line. Parting line means this object is in two parts. From this parting line, we are going to remove the upper flask and take out the casting. Then you can see on the top a basin that's curved from where the metal is poured, and there is one gate is there. This is the gate to run the material through this gate to the mold cavity. See, immediately to the gate there is a choke is there. This is for a specific purpose, because when you pour the molten metal, the molten metal should not move directly to the molten cavity with a speed, because it may spoil the cavity. So the molten metal first stay back a little time at the choke. The choke will be filled, then slowly the metal will be moved to the mold cavity. Next to the choke there is a blind riser is there. Generally riser should come out, but this is a blind riser because it is a closed mold. And mold cavity where you see a green color and brown color sand. On the left side there is open riser. Whatever the oxides or air trapped inside the molten material, it will come through this open riser, or any excess material is poured, the material will come out through this open riser. Now we can see the advantages and disadvantages with the sand castings. The advantages are this is least expensive in small quantities. This is ferrous and non-ferrous metal may be cast. It is possible to cast very large parts. It is a least expensive tooling. Disadvantages are dimensional accuracy inferior to other processes, required larger tolerances. The casting is usually exceed calculated weight. Surface finish of ferrous castings usually exceeds 125 RMS. The recommended applications with sand castings. When you need strength, weight ratio permits. When you need a good tolerance, surface finish and low machining cost does not warrant a more expensive process. Expandable mold casting is also called investment casting. Here we use gravity to fill the mold. Mold is destroyed to remove the castings. The metal flow is very slow in this process. The walls are much thicker than in die castings. The cycle time is longer than die casting because of inability of mold material to remove the heat. The investment casting process uses expandable patterns made of investment casting wax. Now you are going to see the method of investment castings. The left side was seeing the pattern tree. Here we can see the wax gating system. The second, shell making, where you can see this here, a flask with ceramic slurry. Then the investment casting, it's a hollow ceramic shell where the molten metal is poured inside. And finally, you are going to break the mold and we are going to take out the finished casting. This is the method, what we call pattern tree, shell making, investment casting and casting. In 4 stages we have shown in diagram here. Now you are going to see the advantages and disadvantages of the investment castings. What are the advantages? The advantages are we can take close dimensional tolerances in this process. We can make complex shapes, fine details, intricate core sections and thin walls are possible to make in this process. In this process, we can cast ferrous and non-ferrous metals. The disadvantages are the costs are higher than the sand, permanent mold or plaster process castings. The recommended applications. When